my.
No turning back now.
No
Nope.
turning back now. The
Nope.
wheels are in motion.
Oh god, it's a good thing I got out all of my obscenities before we started.
You actually didn't today, and
I know, it's just surprising.
that is worrisome.
You are like Krakatoa, and we are on the flip. Some real colorful language.
Oh.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, force
Force
users of all ages. If you're watching this,
If.
welcome to Inside the Tauntaun, a Star Wars podcast,
Can you
where
believe it?
we get to the guts of what makes Star Wars meaningful to us. As always, or if this is your first time, I'm Dino Nicandros. I'm joined by the lovely Alyssa Simmons,
Oh.
Hello.
Daniel Dawson, who
Equally
is-
as lovely.
no, no adjective,
What the?
who is mastering our stream this evening. And I
Yes.
thank him for his newfound technical expertise.
I'm a technician, guys. Did you see this? This like, and the thing over there.
There and
I-
there
I mean,
and there and
look at
there,
all
depending
this.
on
I
how
put
you
the
put it
bells
together.
and whistles, guys.
We are now
figured it out.
Yeah. So you'll see down at the bottom left there's a little timer that says 00. But when we start the movie, I'm gonna start that timer so you know where
Well,
we're at.
Oh well, let's tell them all what we're doing today.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
We have come together specifically today, to celebrate something that happened yesterday. It was the
Mhm.
40th anniversary of Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back,
It was.
Woo! It
which
was.
is the second Star Wars film in the original trilogy and is largely considered not only the best Star Wars movie, and that's an opinion, but it's a largely
It's a
held
good opinion.
But if you look at any top 100 list of the best American movies of all time, this is firmly entrenched on that
Yep.
list. Same goes for British films, since it was largely shot in the UK.
Yeah.
Um,
In Norway.
so this is one of the best films, specifically of its genre, but one of the best movies of all time.
I agree.
And we
It's
want
my fave. It's my fave of all
Yeah.
the movies.
Oh, quick technical question.
Yeah.
I need to post this on our Inside the Tauntaun page. I think it
Oh.
might not be there yet. Hold on a sec.
Oh
I
my
see it there.
gosh.
You did already?
I see it
All right.
You put it on the Inside the Tauntaun page?
on the YouTube page.
No, on Facebook.
Oh, well, I did a little story.
I'm gonna share it. To
He's gonna share the live video, so in case anybody's trying to find
gotcha.
this via
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Our
We're learning
Facebook
as we
page.
go. We're learning as we go.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
that fun? I just shared it. There it
Woohoo.
goes. Oh, Julie Garnier just reacted. Are you
Oh,
watching us?
Hey,
Go.
Julie.
Hello, Julie.
What a fun time.
So, just a question to kind of kick us off as we begin the movie. What's your first memory of Empire Strikes Back? Do you remember where
memory?
you were when you saw it, or who you were with?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Daniel, you first. I have to think about this because I was little.
Oh, yeah, no, I was definitely little. I was in my PJs, in the game room, watching on our old-fashioned projector TV, and it was on VHS, and, yeah, I watched it with my dad, my mom, and my brother, and I think my sister was, like, a wee babe, or... Yeah. So, I don't really... we were very young. But yeah, watching it and just like being awestruck and like, and also scared too, because I was pretty young. Like it was spooky, you know. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but like,
Oh, that's spoiled.
well, you know, we'll get to it when we get to it. I'll be like, this is the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Oh God, I just like, because I saw it really, really out of order. I saw The Last Jedi first. Sorry,
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Sorry, I'm a really late comer. And I saw Last Jedi first. No, that's not true. But yeah, Return of the Jedi I saw first, and then the first movie, and then this one last actually.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Wow.
random. I know.
What about you, Alyssa?
I definitely had seen A New Hope, and I watched that with my family, but I watched The Empire Strikes Back with our good family friends, the Hansons.
You mean like, oh,
Yes, the Hanson brothers.
are
That's who I
friends?
watched. One of my best friends.
Neat.
No, but I did love them when I was little.
Oh,
Which
same.
is very, and anyways, sorry, we're having a puppy problem. Here's the little psycho.
Oh, listen to him growl. Oh, I hate it so much.
Basically, I watched it with our friends, the Hansons, their son Connery, and I watched a lot of Star Wars together.
Before they wrote Umbop.
Yeah, before the Mbop days.
Yes.
They were still growing their hair out. And I remember being scared. I remember being excited. And I vividly remember the slicing open the Tauntaun. And I vividly remember
our namesake.
Yes. And I also remember being really, really scared. I'm just talking about it now, but because if you haven't seen this movie, it's okay. Han being frozen in the carbonite.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were like, if you haven't seen this movie, it's okay. That's not okay. You have to have seen this movie.
No. Hopefully you have. If you haven't, this is a good time to watch.
And watch it.
Absolutely.
Yes, mute us. That's my first memory of that. What about you, Dino?
So I know I saw all of them on VHS. My first memory of watching them on VHS was Return of the Jedi. But first time I vividly remember watching Empire Strikes Back was when it was re-released as a special edition in theaters in 1997. And that was the first time I'd seen a Star Wars movie on the big screen. And I remember just...
pooping your pants.
Awestruck. I sat between my mom and dad, and I remember the Wampa scene. I couldn't do it, so I think I sat through it, but I was so scared at that age, and I had such sensitive ears. But I remember they were showing a preview to the movie Volcano before the movie, and we had to walk out.
What a wonderful film!
You were freaking out.
I was so done that we left the theater and then came back in as the movie started.
I had a thing with loud noises too. Yeah.
Loud
and abrupt.
I would get ear infections and all the time.
Oh, dang!
My ears were messed up as a kid. But
you reminded me of a story. It's not really Star Wars related, but it was. I went to the movies with my parents as a kid, and I don't know what came over me because I'm not this person. I'm not an asshole. But as a kid, I was like, kids say the darndest things. My parents were like, "Are you gonna sit next to us?" And I was like, "No, you guys are fat." And I sat in the row in front of them. I don't remember this because I was too young, but my parents will never forget it.
Well, obviously. Oh my god!
How terrible! I'm like, what an awful child I was.
How old were you?
I think I must have been like 3 or 4 or something.
Oh,
like that.
really
young.
young.
Really young.
Really young. Yeah, that's really when it's hurtful too, because you know that it's just like
You're fat.
Yeah, when little toddlers that age are hurtful like that, you're like, oh, you're like telling the truth also.
You mean it. Okay, got it. Cool. Sure. Yeah, wow. Yikes. Insecurities, I guess. Jeez.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, so what are we doing? We're watching the movie.
We're gonna
right?
watch this movie. Yes.
We're all watching via Disney Plus.
Yes.
But if you have the
VHS,
Blu-ray, DVD, VHS, God bless you. You're gonna have a little harder time timing it just right. But
I know, fast forwarding and record. Oh man, remember that?
As we indicated at the beginning, there's a timer at the bottom of the screen that will indicate when we have pressed play on the movie.
Spared no expense.
No, spared no expense. So if you come in and out, you can sync up and catch up to where we are. We'll be
lickety split.
We'll be talking throughout and sharing thoughts and tidbits. And if you're new to Star Wars and this is your first one,
wow, this is gonna be a ride.
Welcome out from under the rock.
If this was your first, man, what if this was your first, introduction? I feel like, would it have the same if we could talk about it?
We'll talk. Yeah.
Yeah. This is so interesting.
So Daniel, shall we do the countdown?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I need
play on this sucker.
Yep. I love the way that sounds. Okay. Let me get the little timer app that I downloaded today up.
So we're gonna do 3, 2, 1, and then press play.
Yep. I love the way that sounds. Great. I have to press play on my thing and also on this at the same time. It's gonna be
good
a lot.
luck to you.
I know. I'm very nervous. Okay.
All right,
Alyssa, do you want to
it.
do the honors?
Sure.
Okay. Great.
All right, everybody. Here we go.
I'm so nervous.
3, 2, 1.
I did it! It's working!
Now, I don't know about you, but I miss the 20th Century Fox fanfare, and I'm hoping we get it back for anything going forward now that Disney's purchased Fox.
I do too.
But Alfred Newman wrote that fanfare, and John Williams wrote the Star Wars theme to kind of be the answer to the call of that fanfare.
It makes
I
sense.
love that.
It's probably one of the only intros that really fits.
Yeah. Well,
Totally.
it's hard to separate them now, and on every soundtrack of the originals, you have that fanfare playing, and then it goes right into the theme, and kind of feels empty without it.
Ooh.
All right, here we are, the opening crawl, which the studio reluctantly gave them the second time around.
Yes.
They gave it to them the first time around thinking that the movie wasn't going to make any money, so it wasn't a big deal.
Now tell me where on the doll the Empire struck you. He hit me here.
Well, and just as the first movie kind of opens abruptly, this one, it's not as in your face when it begins, but there's this sense of dread.
Yeah.
That, we left on a really high note at the end of A New Hope.
Yeah, like
Rebels are victorious, celebrating. They have now been relegated to an ice planet out in the far reaches of space. They're getting their butts kicked, and
it's so crazy because it's very jarring to have gone from that crazy, amazing, successful explosion of their biggest base that they have, and all of a sudden they're poning them.
Mm-hmm.
How much time? What is there in between the two films?
It's always up for debate.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's been a year.
I believe that.
Or so, or maybe 9 months to a year, but
just enough time to have a baby.
There's a lot of theory, but yeah,
baby length.
Just enough time for the Empire to go.
No. Oh my God! Look at that.
Now they shot all of that, as Alyssa indicated. They shot all of the scenes on this planet Hoth in Norway, on a glacier in Norway.
Na 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 hey ya na.
You want to talk about some production delay.
Oh, it's in Tauntaun!
There we go. There's the Tauntaun.
That is our music. Everyone drink.
Everyone drink. Every time you see a Tauntaun.
That's the Tauntaun. That is the reason for our existence.
We're inside that.
Yes.
We're talking from inside that.
Warm and cozy. But they had some serious production delays, as one could imagine.
I could imagine it.
With blizzards and...
Yeah, they shot in a lot of the blizzards.
Dairy Queens?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, and conventional wisdom tells you not to shoot in the snow because it's impossible to keep the color consistent. Everything gets washed out.
Right.
They'd put a tarp over the camera, and then when they start rolling, they'd quickly pull it off, shoot the scene, and then cover it up again. And wait for it.
Indeed. Indeed she does. Oh, bye-bye. There was our Tauntaun sound.
Dead Tauntaun.
Now, this is hilarious. I was watching an Empire Strikes Back documentary. We were talking about this beforehand. The there's a man in the Wampa snow beast that just attacked them. There's a man in that costume, and he's up on stilts. And they were trying to film it, but the snow was so soft that he would wipe out every time he'd take like more than 3 steps. And
so frustrating.
It would take an entire crew of people to pick his ass up.
That's amazing. It's like when the snowmen in the Disney parade fall over because they're round bodies. You have to have somebody come pick them up.
You see him take a step and then he'll start wobbling. It's like, oh, he's going down. He's going down. It's like a 5-second stumble.
Oh, now Mark Hamill had an accident before this film.
Well,
correct?
yeah,
correct.
The summer of '77, I think, or the fall maybe. He was in a really bad car wreck.
No, I can't remember.
Really changed the way his face looked.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So did they? I'm curious if they like added like the attack from like him like do you know like in order to explain some things?
Yeah, the official line is no, but
right.
But
we can say yes.
He does.
You heard it here first, kids.
We endorse conspiracy theories on this channel.
This is my favorite Leia costume. Her Hoth
so
getup
cute.
is so.
I think, save for Luke's Return of the Jedi costume, which I think is my favorite, I think these are the best costumes.
They're fantastic.
At least in the originals.
Yes, that look at him.
There's the music.
She's not having it in this movie.
Your Highness. Ooh. Makeup! Makeup! I could have raped that.
So I read.
What an asshole.
He is. I read, and I hadn't seen this before, that a lot of the scenes that they shot together, she had to be standing up on top of like apple boxes because he's like a full foot taller than her.
Jeez. Princess Leia.
C-3PO gets put through it in this movie.
He really does.
And he's just trying to help that little gay robot.
That little queer. He was my first gay icon.
And you're right, 3PO. No one ever listens to him.
I know.
Yes, there's more Tauntaun noises.
Now, if you'll note in this scene, you can't really tell, but in the background you have this medical droid here, and he's tending to someone. So they shot a scene where Echo Base, which is the rebel base, comes under attack from a giant swarm of Wampas.
Oh.
And they shot this scene, and they terrorize the base and kill things, and all you can see is the remnants of this attack, but they cut the scene, but it was this really violent...
Dang.
Violent opening.
Yeah.
Too hot for television. Would have made it PG-13.
Probably. Bones.
NC-17. We see Mark Hamill's penis. He's hanging in completely nude.
The Wampa has unusual taste.
He does. Find out he's also gay.
Now, some of these inserts in the scene of the Wampa were added for the 1997 special edition.
Oh, right.
You'll see added blood on the fur and
yes, spared no expense.
No.
Oh, the Wampa is so scary. I hate it.
Delicious. Oh, you can do it. Come
Come on,
on.
Lukey. Come on.
Use the force.
I can't. All the blood is in my head.
You get
Oh.
that force
The force
fanfare for
theme.
the first time.
Oh no. Dun dun. Oh!
Ugh.
Bye-bye.
That was
We always get an arm cut.
Now,
Always.
Irvin Kershner, the director, talks about this little sequence right here specifically because they had to shoot this. On the day of shooting, they were trying to leave the hotel, but the doors were literally snowed in. They couldn't
Oh
get
my
out
gosh.
of the hotel to shoot.
Oh my god.
So they shot this out of the back door of the hotel. They put a camera in the back door.
No way!
And Mark Hamill was forced to go out into sub-zero temperatures
Oh
while they're
my
all
God.
warm and toasty shooting from inside the door of the hotel.
Jesus. All while the other like hotel people are like, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
Looking out the windows. They had no idea.
Mhm.
I wonder if they had the hotel to themselves or not.
I mean, it's a massive crew, and they'd have to take these tracked vehicles out to their shooting locations.
So this is probably
They
a
had to travel in a
BFE.
caravan because you could get
No,
lost.
now they probably would do everything from a soundstage.
Right.
Yeah,
with
the
any
giant
Mandalorian,
big-
yeah.
Oh, man.
Big old video walls.
Yeah. Which, if you haven't watched the episode that came out today of the Mandalorian documentary,
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
goes into all the technology. It is nuts.
Oh God, I'm waiting for the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Snow glows white on the mountain tonight.
And these scenes where the Tauntaun is moving on its own without the actor, they use stop motion, and it would take them 5 to 6 hours to get 3 seconds of footage.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, 6 hours.
Insane. Oh no. Beep beep beep. I love watching it with subtitles. R2 just says beep beep beep.
Well, correct.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Gah! Tut tut tut. Flip tap tap tap. Oh. Beep beep beep. Oh, the emotion and drama. You ever seen that movie Alive?
No.
Never? It's a true story, or based off a true story of like this team
Zombie.
that like they're on a plane and they crash in the mountains and it's like snowing out like crazy and they're like stuck there for a long time and
I would hate that.
it's awful and then they end up eating each other.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but they get saved. At least the ones that don't get eaten.
Now, Alec Guinness shot all of his scenes for this movie in a few hours, and I read this yesterday. He was paid 1/4 of 1% of the film's gross, which is worth millions.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. That's amazing.
He better negotiate that contract, bitch. Get it.
He says
But I mean,
Yes.
like 1/4 of 1% doesn't seem like a big deal, and then
for
it's
the
like
movie
that's
to have
worth
made as much money as it did.
millions
Well-
of dollars now.
I'm trying to think. He probably negotiated that contract like after the first movie came out, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know what his contract was for the first one.
I mean, that first movie did pretty good, so they must have really, yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. Good for him. Or his agent, or whoever negotiated.
Here we go, inside the Tauntaun.
Here it goes. He's gonna go inside there.
This is where we host our podcast
Yeah.
from.
Oh!
He's about to start the podcast. Here he goes.
See, once the guts get cleared out, we moved in a
Yes.
studio. We built a home studio in there.
Yeah.
There's an editor in there. There's a mixer.
I remember Mark Hamill said that stuff actually smelled terrible. I don't remember what it's made of, but
Feces.
yeah.
And peeps.
Peeps.
What a good friend.
Yes.
I do that for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess. Maybe just let me die. I don't know.
Oh, this is when Let It Go starts. Oh, never mind.
No. You're confused.
Let it go.
Yes, I love this music.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a moment.
My father would like to know why they're using cheap ski goggles.
Valid question.
They were still into the DIY aspect of
Right.
things.
They were.
Well, for as much money as the first one made, that's actually a good question and a good segue because Lucas funded this movie all by himself to maintain independence from the studios.
There you go.
But even on this one, they were so over budget that I guess their loan from the bank was sold to somebody else, and the new owner of their loan was pulling it. And so Lucas had to go back to the studio and said, look, I'll strike a deal with you where I get to maintain rights over the sequels and whatnot. And I'll let you guys, have a stake in Star Wars. And they did that because the studios had more power to acquire loans.
Yeah.
They had more sway. So it was kind of an interesting dance of independence. But yeah, I mean, for stuff like that, they were cutting costs and
There you go.
Spared some expense.
spared some expense. You'll see an ice cream maker later in this movie. I want to I'll highlight it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always appreciated her enunciation. Is that weird?
No,
she's fantastic diction and
Hollywood royalty speaks like Hollywood royalty.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Poopy poop mouth!
I know Carrie said it was always always easy to get into character, specifically for this film, because she was the youngest one on set, and they treated her like it. And there was all this pent up.
Oh.
Don't kiss your brother! Oh.
Oh, he loves it.
And
He says,
he's a smuggler.
Look at me
I just did it.
in my karate outfit, macking with my sis.
I'm a white belt.
But yeah, she was always so frustrated that she was kind of being left out of meetings that Irvin Kershner was having with Harrison Ford, and it was mostly because they're like, she's too young. I mean, she doesn't need to hear this. She'll be fine. And she's like, I'm an actor.
God, I'm an actor.
I'm one half of most of these scenes. So.
Yeah, jeez.
Every time I see these scenes where they're in the control room, I always feel like they're playing Battleship.
Yeah, that man's playing Galaga. Didn't think we'd notice, but we did.
Retractable antennas, my God, they really spared no expense. Uh-oh. Pew pew. Pew pew.
Surprise.
Bamboozled.
Beomp.
She knows. She's smart. A general in training.
Yes.
Here's the Imperial March.
Here
Come
it
on,
is.
you all know the words.
March, 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 Imperial March.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, how iconic! It's like right up there with the Star Wars theme itself. It's like one of the most
so
iconic pieces of
freaking
music
epic.
ever written.
Yep.
It's also my ringtone. It's been my ringtone for like 5 years.
The dark side.
Just the fact that they all came out of the same brain is...
There he is. Anakin, I know you're in there.
Now, here's an interesting tidbit. These two officers, Ozzel on the left and Veers on the right, both actors appear in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Julian Glover on the left plays Walter Donovan, the bad guy.
Uh-huh.
And I forget the actor's name who plays Ozzel. He plays Adolf Hitler.
Yep, that's right. My lord.
Shut your mouth, Hitler.
He looks legit like Hitler, though, in that movie.
He does. He looks.
Yeah.
Like, great casting.
There's a great Twitter account if you're a Star Wars fan who likes deep cuts.
I thought you were going to say, like, there's a great Hitler account
No,
on Twitter. Everybody. Whoa, Dino, whoa.
Veers Watch, and it's
Veers Watch?
it's called General Veers Watch, and it's an account that is actively waiting for Veers to show up in another Star Wars property.
Hilarious.
And it grades all of the Star Wars properties based on his appearance, so everything has failed.
That's great.
That is very funny. That, like, really aggressive arm.
Yes. Let me just scratch the front of your neck here, bud.
It's our thing. You know, our thing. Oh, he said so many words without saying anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
They really do take it up another level in terms of not only acting, but just their character relationships.
It's all about direction and writing.
Yeah, well, Irvin Kershner, I mean, like, he had never done a big budget picture before. He did a lot of small character-driven dramas, and it makes total sense.
Yep.
And I think we can see that in this movie, especially because the sort of like, oh yes, this opening is so good.
Dope.
But there's just sort of that like underneath like drama, you know, and
if we're wondering what that chamber is Vader's sitting in, it's kind of an antechamber that when it closes, it allows him to take his helmet off and breathe without all the equipment.
Aha.
Pressurized chamber.
Lord Vader.
they're on Zoom. They're chatting on Zoom with each other.
This is what choking over social distancing looks like. This is keeping safe distance while disciplining your officers.
Whoops.
We're
gonna need to clean up.
And he's down.
He got a SAG card for that.
Yeah, he got 2 points for that one.
He did.
They're like, without any feeling underneath what you're saying, please.
No, less.
No, less.
Less.
Like you really
Less
don't care.
more, like you don't care.
Way less.
Like you just learned how to talk, okay? Now go.
It's a passing feeling, like you're thinking about your lunch, but you're answering,
Oh, so I read a cool thing that a lot of the troopers in this scene were women extras.
Yeah.
Which was
pretty dope.
An uncommon thing. But yeah, a lot of Norwegian women were like, "Yeah, I want to be a battle trooper. Let's do it."
A bunch of Elsas. Look at that boob shooting. Shooting boobs. That boob laser's got a lot of power. Yay!
But as like heroic as this scene is, like in context, they're retreating again.
Right. Yeah, right.
Like
always on the run.
I feel like Luke is like just jogging this entire movie.
Yeah.
He's just always
well,
on
did
the
you see
jog.
how ripped Mark Hamill was for this movie? You'll see it later, but
Yeah.
like
No,
there is a considerable difference in
oh yeah.
physique.
Yeah, he worked out.
Here they come.
Woo!
But I mean, for 1980, I mean, I know this is remastered, but for 1980, this all looks just so
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
real and tangible, and because most of it was.
Yeah, it like completely still holds up. Hundo.
Now, this battle has been depicted in over 20 video games.
Yep.
This particular battle, you can play some version of it in over 20 video games.
Rogue Squadron? That was my jam.
Shadows of the Empire.
Oh man, that was so hard. It was so hard.
You'd have to wrap around with the tow cables and
Yep. Man, so many frustrating times in the GameCube. Pew pew pew.
this was a combination of stop motion and using cameras to zoom in on these small models. I mean, just unbelievable technology for the time.
And for the sound effect for the walkers, they took giant sheets of metal and like cut them in half and like banged them around. And their joints, like when they step, because they wanted them like a really squeaky like knee joint, they like squeaked dumpsters lids up and down. So awesome.
I would love a dumpster in the shape of that. That'd be cool.
That would.
Do you guys remember that Universal Studios show? Like it was like a sound effects show?
Yeah.
You do?
No.
No? It might have been a little before your time, but yeah.
Well, am I thinking of the same one then? Because I'm thinking of one that was recent. Like they do a special effects show. Was that the same?
Yes, but way back in the day, they had one that like it was Harry and the Hendersons, Back to the Future, and Alfred Hitchcock movies. It was like three different rooms that you went to.
I did not.
And they would show you like how they did some of the special effects for each of the movies. And Harry and the Hendersons was the sound one. They showed like we're making a storm, and they were like rattling like metal things together. But anyway, that's what it reminded me of. It's because I'm old. I know these things.
Yes, you're
Here we
the
go.
elder statesman.
Cable out.
Somebody call Spectrum. The cable's out.
This is how I feel when the cable's out.
There we we go. There's that dumpster slam.
They've defeated Spectrum! Hooray! You're right. Oh. I love earthquake effects in movies.
Yep.
Because it's just like people...
especially when you physically shake everything. I mean,
yeah.
it looks great. I mean, it's...
Aww. Really, the first gay characters I've ever encountered. I should say probably the first gay characters like in a relationship, like in a mutual...
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're dating, per se.
They definitely are in a relationship.
They don't find each other attractive. That's all it is. Remember?
Right.
They're more like an old married couple.
Yeah.
You listen here, Donovan, you're never going to get the
it belongs in a
Holy
museum.
Grail. You're not going to get the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
He chose poorly.
Oh, no.
All of Luke's wingmen get killed.
They do.
He's going down.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And crash.
Hurry, get out of there! Oh no.
Well.
You think he made it?
He's fine.
Just the best. Oh, I love it. Your sister, Alyssa, just said, what if the whole time God is gay and he really is just saying, men. That made me think it with my gay comment. It's true. It's true. I agree with you. Get him. This looks like it was so much fun to make.
Hang in there.
Literally. Oh. It's like the little cat poster. Hang in there. There's got to be a Star Wars version of that poster, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure it's hanging in a library somewhere.
No doubt. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, he just yeet right out of the sky. Pew, pew. Oh no. That scream.
It's very good.
I think that scream, like, cause she comes off as so mature. That scream, like is probably the only thing that reminds me is like, oh, she's really hella young.
She's young. Yeah. Just found the Star Wars version of the Hang in There poster.
Oh, you did? Let me see it.
Luke.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
He finds himself upside down 3 times in this.
Yes,
Yes.
he's always hanging.
In this film, man. Oh, it's
Once in each act of the movie, which kind of, I mean, that's great insider filmmaking. It's like he finds his entire world being turned.
Do you guys know how old Carrie Fisher was when this film was made?
2 years
I know she was like 19 when she did A New Hope, right?
But they started shooting this in 79. So she's 21.
So she's drinking now.
She was 20 or 21. I know she was 19 when A New Hope.
I think she was 21.
She's legally drinking at this point. Finger.
Shut the hell up.
Sweetheart.
Bum, ba, bum.
Right there, Lindsay. You missed it.
Or a brownout. That would suck.
That would be really bad.
Yikes. Everybody shits their pants at the same time.
Everyone, don't panic, but I got into my Facebook account, so I'm gonna be
You did just now?
Yes.
Congratulations,
Well,
Dino.
We'll tell this story very briefly. It was commandeered by some nefarious agent of the Empire.
Yes.
And I was.
That's what you get for going to the dark side.
I was rather spooked,
Dino.
but we're all good.
So did Facebook finally answer you or whatever?
No, I just changed my password again, and they let me in.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's good. Jeez, how weird.
Yeah, bizarre.
That is so bizarre. All right. Suit yourself.
Yeah, you are.
Beep blip. Beep
Dig a
blip. I like that sort of explanation that the reason why he can talk to him is that he's getting a readout of what he's saying
Yeah.
in the screen. That went way over my head as a kid. I was just like, oh yeah, they talk to each other. That makes sense.
He understands him.
Oh, thank you for sharing my video, Dino. Oh my god.
I just want my family to watch with us.
I think there's 5 people watching right now.
Ooh.
Allegedly. Oh, never mind. 3.
2 left.
They got nervous when I said that. Oh.
Any of the toys back. What's the deal? You didn't bring any toys back.
Now you tell me.
I love the asteroid field musical cue.
Oh, it's great.
Strings.
Oh, there's 3 in the Simmons household watching, so we can add 3 to the 6 that are watching right
Oh,
now.
great.
Yes.
I was worried. Yes.
Yeah, that's so iconically Star Wars too.
Yep. Well, and it's hard to tell, but you'll see a few objects in this asteroid field, among them a giant potato.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Suddenly, I'm in the mood for French fries.
I'd love just some taters.
Which is taters, precious.
Is that a good run?
That's no moon. It's an asteroid. It's a potato.
Oh, honey bun. It's so sleepy. Yeah, that's nice. Nice.
There they go.
Coolest entrance ever.
So
I know.
dope. Right
Alley oop.
to the anus of the asteroid.
Showing off.
Uh-huh.
Da-da, da-da, da-da. Beep, beep, blip. Beep, beep.
It's hard to tell, but you'll see a few objects.
Is that your voice?
The audio on my computer bumped up for some strange reason.
How embarrassing.
Embarrassing for me.
Oh. Beep, beep, beep. Branch, branch, branch.
Grump.
And that
I
effect
read
was
that
probably.
they
Huh?
I read that they used George Lucas's swimming pool for that shot. It was like a
No.
pickup. It was like a pickup shot. Yeah.
Get out. Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
This might be one of the best sets in all of Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
They go though, because so many of the reptiles and creatures that you'll see are.
Ooh,
Really?
yeah. That's a fun question. Maybe something we can ask on the. But I'll ask it right now. If you could visit any set in the history of Star Wars, what set would you want to go to? The set.
Maybe this one.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, I would like to go out to Tunisia and see what remains of the Skywalker homestead.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Stand on that kind of that sandbank and look out at just one sun. But Daniel, I mean, we talked about it. Saudi Arabia kind of felt that way when we were out in.
Totally.
We were out in at the edge of the world canyon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looked like Tatooine. I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah, this set is just so freaking cool.
so intricate.
Oh man, this whole scene now has, I mean, it's
That's my favorite. That's my favorite R2 noise.
it's my favorite. Too. Oh god. But yeah, this whole entire segment has such new cool meaning after watching Clone Wars. Not gonna say because we have a person here that's not caught up yet. Harumph. Take your time.
A little bit.
R2D2.
I'm gonna barf oil and slush all over you.
Oh, I love this guy's face when he sees. He's like,
Comes in, Lord oh my
oh,
God.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, this is
I mean,
horrible.
that's a frightening image because at this
Yes.
point we've had no idea what he
No,
looks
you don't know what's under there at all.
and it's this rare moment of vulnerability. Him having to sit in that chamber just to take his helmet off is kind of
He's like a little incubator egg.
paints his men in a new way.
Yeah, because I mean, in the first film, I mean, like, I would have just assumed that he was just wearing it to look cool, you know, or look
Right.
scary, or not that because he actually needs it. Because they don't really make that apparent in the first film, right?
No. I mean, you have no reason to. I mean, if you can make some really deep inferences to what maybe happened,
Sure.
but no, they don't address anything about him really.
Just wearing
Other
a
than-
spooky costume and breathes funny.
Right, and that he was Obi-Wan's apprentice, but you still don't know who he is.
Oh, let go, please. Ooh.
Irving Kershner said these scenes were they're among the most effective in the movie, but they were the most challenging because George Lucas kind of laid out that said, so romance in Star Wars, it's not super kissy. You don't have you don't have a ton of physical intimacy, so it all has to be implied.
Right.
Right.
So much of what happens in Star Wars is implied, and he's like, oh my God, that's
so
What a
hard.
challenge.
so hard to get a fiery romance going, but they do it off of just
Totally.
innuendo and looks and
Yeah. But both of them are so brilliant
They're
at that,
brilliant.
that one look being able to, totally show you and tell you exactly what you need to know.
if you're not familiar with acting, or if you've never done it before, I mean, they make it look so easy, but it is so hard to have to kind of work without it all being spelled out.
Well, and this is nothing against their acting, but they also kind of had a thing.
They famously had.
So
were
it probably
close.
wasn't super hard to get into that headspace for
From
them.
behind the scenes, no, you have to have the chemistry.
Yeah.
If you don't have it,
And they were partying pretty hard during the filming of this.
No doubt.
I read that. Oh, here's
There he is!
Yoda! Frank Oz, man. Which George Lucas did not want Frank Oz.
So dumb.
while simultaneously staking the entire success of the movie, and these are George Lucas's words, on this puppet. And
Yeah.
they can't get it to work forever. And they're like, this movie will tank if this thing is not good. It all comes apart.
Wow. And it's an amazing puppet.
It's
oh man.
so brilliant.
I mean, it can't be like Kermit the Frog, or else no one takes this movie remotely seriously.
Totally.
No.
And Mark Hamill has to sell that this thing is important. And I mean, the articulation on Yoda's face, it just.
Yeah, it's so brilliant.
My little tip about Luke's food there. He basically called it airplane food. It's all mints and mixed nuts and Tic Tacs.
Oh. Stop whining.
This is what I do with my cat every day. Don't do that. You're making a mess.
Beep.
Your cat is Luke Skywalker, though, right? And you're Yoda?
That's right.
Right.
She just looks at me. What are you doing? You're making.
God, Jesus.
No, no, no.
Do you need some water? Some water. Some water, honey. Yeah, some water.
You must eat cum. He just said it.
Oh, Daniel.
He just said it. Star Wars is now officially NC-17.
Punctuation.
You must eat cum. Whoa! Whoa, Yoda, I just met you. And singing the Sound of Music. What is it, you cunt face? What'd you call me?
Now, if you've seen Solo, a Star Wars story, which is the origin story of Han Solo, the ship's computer is Lando's old droid L3,
Right.
Yep.
Which is one of my favorite droids.
played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge from Fleabag, and
Brilliant performance.
yeah. But it's kind of cool to know that the onboard computer is actually thinking and
Justifying what makes the Millennium Falcon extra special.
right.
It's a character.
Well, and 3PO says it's speaking a very peculiar language.
We've all dated these kind of guys, right?
I can't say I have.
He sniffs them. He's like,
I love dirty hands.
I'm a nice man. I love that line. It's like, I'm a nice man.
I'm a nice man, yeah. He is a smoothie. He is a smoothie.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. Yes. That ship is dope too.
Yes, the way they lit those models. It's just
Star Destroyer. Now, this scene is super interesting. I remember it was striking as a kid because this is the first time you see Vader submit to somebody.
Yes. It's like there's somebody more evil than him.
it's been a disturbance.
It's Ian McDermott here who plays Palpatine, but when this movie was first made, Ian McDermott hadn't been cast as Palpatine yet. It was an actor, at least who voiced the Emperor. His name was Clive Revell. And the actress he was voicing, and I did say actress, he was voicing over an actress, this old actress, that they then superimposed orangutan eyes over. To make
Yeah, it was supposed to be like this monkey, like this chimp lady.
just creepy as hell. But this scene has undergone like 4 or 5 changes since the first DVD release, and they superimposed Ian McDermott in after the fact. And this is the most recent version for the Blu-ray, and they re-recorded audio, and so that the hologram is a lot more like the Emperor.
So scary.
Yeah. Yeesh.
Eesh.
Feels a little rapey, doesn't it?
What does?
I don't know.
The Emperor?
The Emperor.
Well, yeah, always.
Sure. He worked hard for that reputation.
Mm-hmm.
I love Yoda's little house.
It's so cute.
It's so awesome.
He made it himself, I think,
All those
right?
snakes crawling around. And
Also, Yoda was originally named Minch.
Minch.
You guys know that?
I actually
Minch.
didn't know that. No. Yoda feels more right.
Yeah.
Obviously biased, but
But they did originally describe him as like a frog-like
Mhm.
character.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing the evolution. Ralph McQuarrie, who does all the storyboards for the original
Mhm.
film, it was interesting watching the progression from kind of an amphibian to what
Right.
it looks like now.
Pull up a photo for people who are watching.
it will learn patience.
One of Alec Guinness's $1 million recordings.
God, somebody needs to do the math and find out how much each line was worth.
Right?
So count up his lines.
and then
yeah.
divide it by how much he made. Yeah.
1/4 of 1% of the film's earnings.
I love that so much because he comes off as this kind of like goofy hermit, like, and then like immediately when he hears Obi-Wan, he like becomes like dead
He's like-
serious.
Yeah. So here's some Yoda concept.
Oh,
art.
that's so. I have never seen that.
Yeah.
It looks a lot more D&D like
Mm-hmm.
Dungeons and Dragons ish.
They made him so cute, thankfully.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Well, what they ended up doing, because they wanted the kind of goofiness, but they also wanted to give him the just kind of the innate wisdom. So they took the a kind of a print of Albert Einstein's face
Yep.
and his wrinkle pattern and imposed it on the puppet, and it gives them this wisdom.
Hey, why do you have to say it like that?
Things
You're making
out-
me scared.
He was trying to.
Yeah. You will be. Right, immediately
I also
after
love that-
immediately after that he choked him to death.
You were right, Yoda.
Right, you will be. And then he took down his pants.
in timeout.
All right, let's mute Daniel. Do we have the option of doing that?
It's
from our
all mine.
computers?
You can't
That's-
do anything.
That's,
right.
that's true. That's true. You're running this.
Wah, ah, ah. Woo!
I do not like those.
My Knox.
Look out for the flying vaginas. Oh no. They're describing what it feels like inside of a vagina.
Don't.
It's an awful lot of moisture in here.
I know.
Oh, yep. Oh, it's a kite.
The kite.
Oh, it's a kite with a little bit of rubber on it. Ugh.
And it begins to dawn on him.
Oh no.
Yep.
I love it. And those effects too. Like she's just doing back bends for no reason.
Yeah, she totally is.
Oh! Oh, listen to that dog. She's go. You tell him. You tell him, Dundee.
Yeah, he's mad.
Ruff. We're doomed.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, giant penis! No.
I mean, what an expensive one shot that is.
Right?
Worth it.
I mean, amazing modeling.
All right, here we go. Jedi CrossFit.
Luke getting absolutely shredded with Yoda on his back.
Yoda is now Sean T.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go!
30 seconds, give it all you got.
Push, push.
Hey, quit barking.
No,
Come here.
no.
Come here.
I love putting the light side and the dark side in that context. So dark isn't stronger, but it's a lot easier to
Easier and quicker.
happen.
Yeah. There's so much fucking wisdom in this shit. Oh.
Yes, all of the famous Yoda quotes. Here we go.
And this is why we have Yoda backpacks, everybody.
I know. Thank goodness.
Yeah, but look at those
Look
arms,
at those.
though.
Yeah, look at he's real.
Oh.
Jeez.
I agree, Dundee. I agree. Look at his face. So spooky.
He's like, okay.
Yeah, whatever, Yoda.
I'm still gonna bring him. Thank you, though.
Thanks. Squish. Pew 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 pew. It's weird. The subtitles didn't say beep beep blip blip that time.
Oh, how are you to know?
Got that iguana. The iguana got his SAG card from this movie. Iguana's name was Reginald.
Aw, Reg.
I just made that up.
This scene is where things just Star Wars kind of just gets weird.
Yep.
Yep.
from what we and I use that word relatively speaking because you don't really see anything like it in A New Hope.
Yeah, we're getting hella philosophical now.
Philosophical, mystical.
Oh no. Oh no.
Definitely seeing the Force in a new, scary light.
Or dark. Oh!
Or dark. A new, scary dark.
Listen to that synth in this John Williams soundtrack. This is the first time you hear it.
Whoops.
Got him.
Poof.
That's how Darth Vader died.
He went down so easily.
Uh-oh.
He sees himself. What does it mean?
What does it all mean? Oh, there it is. Blip, blip, beep, beep.
I love R2. Yoda's like, he wasn't supposed to do that.
I know. He seems very disappointed.
And legends were born in this scene. All these bounty hunters.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
I mean, how many books and comics have been written about characters given next to zero lines?
right. That's so legit.
Zuckutt, Forlom, Bosk, Boba
Yep.
Fett.
Boba Fett.
As you wish.
But we had actually been introduced to Boba Fett in the Christmas special,
Holiday special.
which
Iconic.
everyone was very embarrassed about.
And we will be absolutely doing a watch party.
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
time.
it's kind of vital watching now because of all of its connections to Mandalorian now.
Uh-huh.
Not story-wise,
Yeah,
but
right.
stylistically, his rifle, his just his general getup. I mean,
it's mostly just important to me because of B. Arthur. So that's
Yeah, mostly, and really more
I
like
cannot,
100%.
I cannot wait for Christmas. We are doing a live stream.
Oh.
Oh,
yes. If you haven't seen the holiday special,
You're gonna see it.
gird your loins.
Heard him. And you know what? I think that one we actually probably could watch, like, together on the screen,
Yeah.
because I think it's on YouTube.
I believe it is.
I don't know if that makes it legal, but we're gonna do it. If you're gonna put it out there, I mean.
Maybe by then we'll be able to have like an actual party and we can all be in the same place.
Could you
Whoa, whoa,
imagine?
It's pushing it, I
I'm
know.
planning on never seeing you guys again.
Yeah, no. Now that we know that we can do this,
Why would I go to the trouble?
Captain Nita. Nita is a really good drag name. Like Nita Manda Hug and Kiss or something like that.
I was
or
gonna
like-
say it's gotta be Nita More Man or
It's like-
Nita.
Yeah, Nita or Shalita or, yeah. I love Shalita Buffet myself. That's my favorite.
So this guy's plan is to take full responsibility and apologize to Darth Vader.
Sure.
He's gonna go ahead and apologize.
Good idea.
That'll do it.
Listen, I am so sorry. Remember
I
that thing?
I am so sorry.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
All right, now we're into the
He's upside down for the second time.
So many times.
round 2 of Yoda training.
Woo!
And we talked about this scene in our May 4th episode.
Yeah.
Our best of Star Wars.
This is one of the best.
I love it so much.
This is like the proof of concept with
Mhm.
the puppet. It's like, yep, it works. It totally works.
I get goosebumps during this scene every time. Unlearn what you have learned.
Tell him, Yoda. Those eyes.
Yes, so good.
Blip, blip, beep, beep.
It's like, come on. Oh,
Oh, not.
Ooh, I'm getting close. Ooh. Disappointment. The minor key.
Just in the way that they built him holding his hands on top of
yeah.
Very smart.
his cane. Like, here we go. Here's the most famous Yoda. My ally is the Force.
Luminous.
Well, now he's embarrassed. I remember being really annoyed by Luke when I was young.
It's like, ugh, you're giving up that easily?
But now I'm like,
It's like that montage was only
Yeah,
like 10
but-
minutes long.
get over yourself. But now I'm like, of course, it's hard. He's feeling so much pressure.
So much pressure. Beep, blip, beep, beep.
And here comes the ship out of George Lucas's pool.
That music swell. Like, what say you now, boy?
Yeah.
If this were the child, he would pass out right now.
Yeah.
Oof.
Tell him, Yoda.
There it is, all wrapped in that one little package.
Faith in general right there.
Nailed it. Oops.
Well, guess he regretted taking that responsibility.
Oh. Darth Vader. That's like the best drag queen line ever. Apology accepted. And he should have snapped.
Just crushes him with his heel.
Yeah, he picks up his cape. He's got these high like. We're running out of people. He keeps killing him.
I know. Going through the entire officer corps.
He's like, I guess I'm just gonna have to run this ship myself.
Yeah, you're not gonna find the Millennium Falcon. Sorry.
Shut up!
Because you're an idiot!
Oh, yeah.
It's time.
Yeah, and you can just be quiet. This is interesting. The Lando system.
We're all gonna like him.
We're gonna like him a lot.
We're all gonna like that Lando.
And Lando's gonna like us back. Because he's
When
a
you're
whore.
good to Lando.
Every time I see kissing on screen, I always imagine a sucking noise, like every time.
Oh no.
Stay on target.
Oh,
Can't
Boba
fool
Fett.
Boba Fett.
Beep, beep, blip, blip.
Excuse me one moment. I have to go relieve myself.
How could you?
You're not wearing your colostomy bag?
Oh, now we get to look at his headshot. Let's make Dino talk while he's gone. Oh, yeah. I love this part when he was doing handstands. He actually did handstands.
My name's Dino, and I've got stubble on my face. And... Wow, that's really good impressions.
We sound exactly like him.
Exactly. Hands down. Oh, apparently...
Second favorite R2 sound that just happened.
Yes. Apparently either people are upset that Dino left, or Dino was one of the listeners because we're down to one person.
He was probably one of the listeners.
He probably was. I think he looks the cutest right there.
Mark Hamill.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know what they helped him out somehow in this with the hair and the, because there are parts of this movie where
It's not so cute. It's not as cute.
I love Mark Hamill, and this is so rude to talk about him like that. I mean,
Oh,
he
I
had
know.
a horrible car accident.
I know.
But it did really change the way his face looked.
But yeah, he's like hot. Attractive.
Oh, this part. Yoda's like, if you go after them, it's gonna undo everything that they've done.
Ugh.
Oh. Okay. We knew him one time, but he forgot who we were.
That's exactly what he said. Yeah, we kind of told him. We kind of took his ship away from him, and
Yeah, he's still pretty mad about it.
that look that Chewie gives. He's like,
I heard your terrible impressions of me.
Our one viewer said that they loved them.
Yeah,
Well,
they did.
Were you the other
One of
viewer?
them.
I was watching on another.
Good.
I mean, it was kind of like undercover boss.
Sure.
I just wanted to see how everybody treated me when I was
That's smart.
not implying I'm the boss in any way, but
Did you like our Chewie impression?
as far as Chewie impressions go, it was middle of the road.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I'll take that.
I'll take it. Yeah.
I won't remember it, but it was. I mean, I enjoyed it while it was happening.
Okay.
Everything's gonna be fine.
My friend.
Fine.
I don't know how to close my eyes.
Look at that
Yes.
that fabulous cape.
Everything about Lando is fabulous.
Fabulous, yes. Very friendly. Yeah, what do you think was going through her mind right there? Like, they did some gay
Very
stuff
friendly.
together.
They're friends.
They definitely did the hanky-panky.
No, Billy Dee Williams was really interested in Lando's last name.
What have we here?
He was interested in his last name, Calrissian, because I think he said it was Armenian in origin, and he liked that. He remarked that casting a black guy but giving him a last name like that was uncommon, but it kind of lends this mystery to him. It's like no one knows where he's from, nowhere.
Yeah.
And that was a really interesting point he made. It's like Calrissian is a European kind of sounding name. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't think I've ever really put much thought into his name, but that's totally legit.
no, and I was watching an interview with him recently.
Good for him for doing that kind of research on his character. Consummate professional. Now, there's a lot of updates, like in the newer versions of the film. I'm kind of like, I roll my eyes at or whatever, but I kind of do like some of the like these edits that they make, where like you can see like outside.
They open up the
Right.
windows. It's like that adds.
It
something,
does.
It
It
adds
does.
environment.
I'm
Without
not
taking
mad
away.
about those additions.
No.
Oh, I can't,
There aren't any egregious ones in this movie. I don't think.
no.
Now that I think about it.
Oh, I can't remember. Did they fix the boo boo in this version of the film? I haven't done the frame by frame, but like when so we just saw our C-3PO get blown up, when his like parts are going down the conveyor belt, like you can see the camera in the reflection of R2D2.
Oh,
I haven't looked for it.
I don't know.
Have you guys never seen that before?
No, I mean I know what you're talking about, but I haven't looked to see if it's present in the newest version.
Yes.
I've been trying to tell you this for like the last 2 weeks.
Finish what I gun.
Well, Yoda's teeth got fixed for the other movies.
Mm-hmm.
Got weird little stone teeth in this movie.
He could afford dental work after training Luke.
He got Invisalign.
Well, and I mean, he lost his health insurance when the Jedi Temple was. So.
Oh, that's dark, Yoda.
I mean,
Yep.
we talked about this on the May 4th episode, but yeah, this is kind of the crux of being a Jedi. If you honor the people you love, you let them go.
He's not ready to do it. He wants balance in the Force, not just the good side.
Well, he wants instant results. I mean,
Yep.
this is where you see Anakin in him.
He wants to be able to figure everything out and solve everything and fix everything right away.
Yeah.
I can fix it!
It's just not the way it works.
He did keep his promise. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And this shot.
Lighting mastery. My God.
Like, so
Yes.
brilliant.
I love that.
Just like Obi-Wan's ghost disappearing and then,
I just
you
think
know, yeah, so great. So great.
And Yoda inferring that there's another someone that can help restore
Another
the balance
hope.
as well.
That was
Yeah, this is one of the additions you were talking about, Daniel.
Yeah, and I don't mind this. Yeah. The other name for Return of the Jedi was Another Hope. I just made that up.
Yeah,
New Leia hairstyle.
Yeah.
This is hairstyle number 4 for Leia.
Super cute. We stan.
Calm down in your caftan, Leia.
Oh, the music.
I love their theme.
Oh, yeah, this is where it
All
is,
right,
I think.
here we go. Let's see.
We can't freeze frame, but don't blink. Right there!
Yeah, you can.
I think it would be really hard to fix
I mean,
that.
yeah, you have to be looking.
That would be super hard to fix.
And there are far more egregious ones than that in the history of film. But
Yeah, but you actually see, like, the full-on camera with the guy behind it.
I found his body in the conveyor belt.
He's broken!
I don't know. Hi, Lando.
dude, Lando, you came at a bad time.
Oh, he's so handsome.
He's like, oh my God.
Yeah. No problem at all. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Project!
And why is that, Lando?
Plot twist!
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Also super dope.
Jeez.
Oh. Boba Fett looks chunky in this movie.
He's a little thick. I like that he has spurs when he walks. Like,
Right?
ka-chink, ka-chink.
Oh, I mean, Old West outlaw, for sure.
Mhm. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Do you think Lando likes to decorate with white?
Nah.
Or- Okay.
That's a fallacy. Whistle screeches. I hate
Oh
this.
my God, turn it off!
Turn it back on.
I actually liked it. Oh, now I gotta put my friend back. Oh,
I'd have to do it in silence.
are you okay?
I love you.
Oh. Oh, his torso.
Just screw this on here. Get a look at 3PO's memory.
I've been shot.
How about y'all?
Oh no.
This is Han
There's a
Solo's
lot-
trip to the dentist.
This is
A
where I
lot of
things every time.
spooky torture
Stop.
devices.
It's just the Star Wars dentist.
Man.
He's just getting a filling. Calm down. He's fine.
Oh, now I know I was so scared of the dentist.
Now they changed out Boba's voice in this
Yep.
movie. He was originally played by an actor named Jeremy Bulloch.
That's right.
But in the prequels, Boba is a clone of his father, Jango Fett,
Yes.
played by an actor named Tamara Morrison.
Who is definitely Australian.
Indeed.
And so they updated that sometime after 2002, whatever the next release was, the 2004 DVDs, I think.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, shut up. I'm trying to help you. That's how I feel after the dentist, too.
I feel terrible.
Poor guy.
Wisdom teeth.
I had all my wisdom teeth taken out at the same time.
Me too.
I did too.
Oh!
So you're not special, Daniel.
No, come on, guys!
Two of mine were impacted.
Oh,
I
mine
think,
too.
I think mine too. Guys.
You guys, we're also
Matching
we're
wisdom
impactful. Mine actually came in upside down.
What? No.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Like with the roots like growing that way?
It's hard to explain. They obviously they weren't out, like you couldn't see them, but they came in like sort of like upside down and like at a tilt, and they were pointed like in towards my other teeth. So it actually ruined my other teeth next to them. Like it was a whole thing.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. I almost died. That's not true.
Thanks for joining our dentistry
Yeah.
podcast, everybody. Oh,
He deserved it. He
Yes.
deserved it.
Although, if you think about it, what choice did Lando have? I mean, and
Yeah,
don't be one of those people that says you always have a choice. I mean, Vader kills him if...
Yeah, you
Yeah.
make a valid point. Like he had a choice, and he probably it was the long con, and it obviously panned out to be the better choice. But yeah, he definitely deserved a punch in the face.
I mean, yes, he absolutely deserves the punch in the face, but
yeah,
he also has a lot of people to look after. And
because like I guess it would be one thing if it was part of his plan to eventually save them, or if this was just to like, you know, get his ass off the line.
I don't think he had any intention of letting them die.
This whole scene, like, of them freezing, Han Solo got rewritten basically, like almost on the spot. They were making rewrites. because they were worried that there wasn't enough in the original script. They were worried that there wasn't enough reason for Leia and Chewie to be there while they're freezing him, I guess.
Got it.
Yeah.
So they had to add dialogue to make it make more sense. They're like, yeah, it just doesn't really make any sense.
And you get one of the most famous improvs. And
So yeah, okay, that's the other story too. So an improv is kind of a loose term because he did come up with the line himself, and this is one of the things that they did change. But it was something that he had wanted to say. He was just like, well, what if, I said this? Like, because I guess that there was a lot of recordings of, like, them talking, because I guess there was a reporter that got access to this set and, like, was able to, like, record a bunch of stuff, like, just conversations with the director, and I guess they sort of talked about that line in particular. So it wasn't exactly ad-libbed, but...
well, and that's interesting because that differs from Irving Kershner he recounts it in this documentary they shot in 1980 that he was having him do the line over and over again.
Yes.
Originally, I love you, and he says, I love you too. And then he was getting frustrated, so Irving Kershner said, okay, and this was his account, he said, okay, just don't think about it, just say it. 1, 2, 3.
Here we go. Here it goes. Yay.
I mean, what a badass.
Oh, guys, that's the same characters from The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Yep.
Yeah.
He's an Ugnaught.
Ugnaught.
Man.
Psh, the drama.
And Harrison Ford wanted Han to die here.
Mm-hmm.
To have some, he talked about his character having utility or a reason for everyone else to keep fighting. And
But yeah, going back to the I Love You, I Know, there's different accounts of how it went down.
Yeah, I mean, Irving Kershner claims it was like 1, 2, 3, say what comes to your mind sort of thing.
I know. Doom.
There are a few moments in this movie where Carrie Fisher looks so much like her mom, and that's one of them.
Totally.
Yeah.
Just looks like a little baby Debbie Reynolds right there.
But yeah, I guess they were spitballing a lot, between the writer and the director and the actors too. Like, what would you guys want to say? Like, and Leia, she wanted to slap Lando in the face.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to slap him. What the?
Well, what did you think, Lando?
That's what you get, Lando. Don't trust the Empire.
Get burned.
That guy's like, I didn't hear anything. I have these weird headphones.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was listening to Lady Gaga. What was that?
His name is Lobot.
Lobot?
Lobot. And that thing that's wrapped around his head he's literally plugged into Cloud City.
Right.
Ooh.
He is Cloud City. Lobot, son of Highbot.
First of his name.
Beep blip! Blip blip. Pew!
It's like, whoa.
Blip blip. And that's where the Apple Watch was born?
Pretty much.
He was just setting his workout.
Right. Well, he's filling in his rings.
Yeah, this is an indoor walk. It counts as an indoor walk.
Yep.
Pew pew. That's a trap! Oh, Luke. Don't get cocky, kid.
You didn't listen to Yoda or Obi-Wan.
You deserve what's coming to you. Sometimes you gotta learn these lessons the hard way, you know? That's life.
Quite.
Oh, you're not going in.
Uh-oh.
It's like with my first boyfriend. Everybody told me to break up with him, and I was just like, you just don't understand. I needed to go through that on my own.
Whoa.
What a shot.
Oh, man.
One of the coolest shots. Silhouettes in.
Yeah, the orange and the blue and just
Yes.
the smoke, the haze and the fog. It's
Come on, lighting. Come on. Set design, costumes. Get it. Get it. So confident.
And Vader's one-handing his lightsaber.
Mhm.
He's like, whatever.
Like,
Oh, he's barely fighting him in this whole scene.
Ball change. Ball change.
1, 2, 3, and a 4.
Cute little swish, swish, swish.
Uh-oh, broke that pipe.
So
Yeah,
we
a
have
lot of pipes were injured in the making of this film.
Oh, she endowed those props. She was like, "Ooh, these are heavy." Did you see that? You know that shit's not heavy. I just realized that my nephew needs a Lando Calrissian outfit. Oh
Yes,
my
absolutely.
God.
Look on Etsy tonight.
Yep.
Get him a really good one.
Oh, he needs a cape. He needs
Yep.
several capes.
Yeah, he at least needs the cape.
And a fake mustache.
Yes, yes. Oh my God.
It's fantastic.
I will murder him because he's so cute.
Yeah, I love how all these walls used to be white.
Yeah.
I love you can look
Right.
out at the city now.
Just adds a little bit of
Pizzazz. Yeah, they definitely had
Now
to
wait
save.
for it. Ice cream maker's coming out. Maybe no, we missed. I think no,
We
missed.
did?
Yeah, it was.
We missed it? Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang it.
Okay,
When
let's
all-
restart
all-
it. Restart the film.
We have to restart the movie. It's when all the citizens are running through Cloud City, and there's a guy with an ice cream maker under his arm.
Oh, dang it. Wee wee wee. Oh, oh. Oh, no.
Well. Luke.
Right after you gave him that cocky line, too, you know? Oh! Whee!
That's so quick. Like a Mentos out of a Pepsi bottle, just flying up into the air.
I love it. See, he's like using the things that he learned on the island, like climbing
Indeed.
and doing little flips. Release your poop.
The dueling in this movie compared to A New Hope is infinitely better.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Mostly because they got a guy. A New Hope, famously, David Prowse said he knew how to sword fight. When they got to it on the day, he didn't. So they had to modify the choreography.
Convenient how he just somehow forgot.
Don't lie on your resume, young actors.
Don't do it.
Or maybe do. Then you become Darth Vader. I don't know.
Yeah, that's valid.
There's a hidden Mickey behind Luke.
Oh yeah, there sure is.
Ooh, yeah.
Even in 1980, we knew that Disney was getting a hold of Star Wars eventually.
And if you remember Force Awakens, this shows up in that film. This
Uh-huh.
part. This hallway, at least. Whoa!
Oh, gosh.
Spared no expense. Ouch!
It hurt.
Ow!
Ow again.
Where's all this luggage coming from?
This is just a normal day at LAX, really.
Yeah, they shot this at baggage claim. Here we go.
Now, what is the function of this giant room that he's hanging in?
Well, I think it's for, at least the way it's laid out, for stuff like garbage chutes and
Ventilation.
debris, ventilation.
Mm.
Oh, wait, no, you're going to see the ice cream maker in a minute.
So yeah, I didn't mind those add-ins either.
No.
Perfectly fine.
There.
Oh, it was there?
Yeah, it's that giant white cylinder.
Oh. You did it! I love you, babe! Some new special effects we didn't know R2 could do. This music used to be the end of Star Tours.
Yep.
Yep.
Brin, brin, brin.
All right, here we go.
Iconic. I mean, what about this movie is an iconic god?
Oh God,
Hiya!
it's just brutal fighting. I mean, he's serious about the he'll join us or die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like if he's what I think he is, he'll be fine. But I'm gonna kill him if he's not.
Pew pew! Ouch! Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
yep. Luke, where are you going?
What? It's Greek tragedy.
yeah.
I'm your daddy now. Yes, Luke. Daddy and Me Day, so cute. Did you guys have Daddy and Me Day at school?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like a lot of father-daughter dances. I remember a lot of that.
I love
Yeah.
his arm going down. He's just like, ah, shit.
But like that's a kind of key moment in his development. He's like, no, I'd rather die.
Yeah, he would rather kill himself, yeah. Go down a really, really fun slide.
Yeah, whee! This is much more fun.
Drops out from underneath you abruptly.
Yeah, do we feel like he gave up on life, or like he knew he was gonna like slide down a cute little slide?
Oh, I think he gave up on life.
He did.
I mean,
Ouch!
I wouldn't put it in the context of like I'm committing suicide, but it's like I will not join you.
And so wait, we do know, right, in the comic book that came out recently, we do know how Maz Kanata got a hold of the lightsaber, question mark? No? Did I make
I don't
that
know.
up?
I don't know the answer to that.
I haven't followed up on that.
I believe that
plotline.
they were
Yeah, it got covered, but I don't remember.
yes. That loophole, not loophole, but you know, that hole in
What
the
happened
story
to
has
his
been
lightsaber.
filled.
Yeah. There's a great comic. It's part of the Vader series where the moment
Upside down again.
When Vader figures out Luke is his son.
Oh,
There's a really great moment where he's like, "Oh my god."
my son is alive.
And I just have to say that I'm so glad that this movie came out when it did.
She's feeling her force feelings.
With Twitter and everything.
Oh my god.
This whole like everything would have been absolutely spoiled because
Totally.
the novelization of this movie actually was released a month before the movie came out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And you know, so you knew that Vader was Luke's father.
Dang.
But thankfully, all of the people who got to see this in theaters and
VHS
us as kids, like we got to experience it completely
Right. And
Oh.
famously, that scene, they had written a false page in the script. A lot of people know this story.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there's a false page in the script, and only George Lucas, Irvin Kershner, Mark Hamill, and a
Yeah,
couple of people knew what the plot, what he was actually going to say.
But the original line was, "I killed your father."
Father, yeah.
I killed your father.
yeah, the director apparently like threatened Mark Hamill and said like,
I'll kill you.
if you tell anybody, we'll know who told because
You're the
Like,
only one that
we haven't
knows.
told anyone else. Christopher Nolan does this all the time with his movies now. He famously did it with the Dark Knight movies. He filmed fake scenes or
Yeah.
edited people out of
You have to now.
Yeah.
Because you can't
Nuts.
trust
it's
anyone.
unfortunate. So unfortunate.
No, everybody wants spoilers.
I love watching YouTube videos of kids finding out that Darth
I know.
Vader is
So
Luke's
so
father.
amazing.
Like,
Great
it's
ones.
great. They're like, what? No way! I love that. Just like a little hint, like that Leia feels the Force too, but you're like,
Yep.
well, but why?
Yep.
This little scene was added.
Bye, babe.
Quit kissing your brother.
Stop it. It's kind of an interesting point, though, about like one of the biggest knocks the sequel trilogies, these recent movies, got was that there was a perceived, if not real, which I believe it was real, kind of a lack of a cohesive plan weaving them all together.
Yeah.
At this point, Luke and Leia aren't brother and sister.
Nope.
Right. They didn't know that.
I mean, in the scheme of things, the way they've woven it together, you can look past that. But I mean, they were flying by the seat of their pants.
Right. They're like, oh, we're going to have this little love triangle. It's going to be cute. Oh, just kidding. No.
Nope, it's gonna be gross.
Retcon!
And in A New Hope, Vader wasn't Luke's father.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, seeing the tapestry all together, it's impossible to tell that this wasn't designed.
Mm-hmm. Tickle, tickle. Daddy.
Is Vader's breathing the most iconic sound effect in movie history? No, let me put it this way. That's a leading question. What is the most iconic sound effect in movie history?
Man. Well, okay. No, I was going to say it's the Wilhelm scream, but probably not.
Certainly the most memorable.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Ah!
Yeah. The famous scream that's in every single film.
Every movie before. Very recently it was retired in the last few years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
This is kind of an interesting moment for Luke because when you pick up Return of the Jedi and you kind of, based on the way he's dressed and the way he's carrying himself, you kind of think that maybe he's burned a little bit.
Yep.
And there's this resentment of Obi-Wan here.
Totally.
It's like, you people kept this from me and then you let me go. Although in their defense they said don't. But
Which is so, like, again, not trying to give anything away, but like just so beautifully done, like in a parallel way in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
The whole trust issues. It's a thing.
Uh-oh. All their eyes like,
Who's he gonna get now?
uh-oh.
They have a pool in the officers' quarters of like who's going next. Oh, my money's on Piet.
Oh, and now we have the epilogue.
Kind of bittersweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, imagine this ending and then having to wait.
Several years for a resident. That is it even true?
Right. Most people were like, "Oh, he was lying. He was totally lying."
I mean, it kind of really lands in Return of the Jedi. It's like,
yeah.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, they basically replay the scene where Luke says, "I know, Father." It's like, wow.
Han.
Luke's like, did you just say hand?
Yeah. Come on, I'm right here.
Too soon. Oh, that haircut, that Dorothy Hamill haircut.
It's adorable.
Dorothy Hamill, Mark Hamill. Yep.
Now that prosthetic is so cool too.
It's pretty dope. You want to make out again?
I love this music, the Han and Leia.
Yeah. Beep, blip, blip, beep.
It's just like the sense of melancholy. You have hope, but it's just
a fool's
it's
hope.
so much up in the air and unknown.
Beep, blip. Oh. Play it, John. Play it. Yes! Yeah! Yeah! Oh. Gosh darn it! Still, for me, it reigns supreme. It's just wonderful.
Yes.
I love it so much!
And Irvin Kershner, again, the director, he brought up he's a really interesting point when George Lucas originally asked him, will you do this movie? It's like, no, because sequels will always be just sequels.
Right.
And never be as good as what came before. It's an impossible task. This is one of the first sequels to say, nope, you can be better. You can be inventive. You can be interesting. And I mean, I think it's the best sequel to a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I put it next to Godfather 2 as maybe the best sequel of all time.
I think some people would probably say it's Toy Story 2, but I think that this one's better.
Yeah. I haven't heard that one.
You haven't heard that one? So many people say that that's like one of the the best sequels ever.
It is a very good sequel.
Huh?
I thought Toy Story 3 was more memorable than 2.
Oh, Toy Story 3 was very sad. I cried a lot.
Yeah.
It was very vulnerable. You guys.
Well, that was The Empire Strikes Back.
Man.
Whoa.
Guys, okay,
whoa.
I know a lot of people are watching right now.
So many millions.
Many millions of people.
Buzzing. I had to turn it off.
This is so much happening right now. Oh my gosh. But yeah, does anybody have any comments?
Comments?
You don't have to answer in real time, but if there's something that strikes you about this movie, we'd love to hear from you because you can't run out of things to say about this one. We could.
Oh yeah, we could talk about this.
Yeah, I wish I was able to like open this up on my phone. Next time I'm gonna be able to do this. But apparently we had some people that said hello. James Delira, if you're watching this still or watch it eventually, it's good to see you. Ah! Joel Hammond was watching too. Obi-Dan Kenobi, he said. That's cute. I love it. Did you know that famed comedian Stan Freberg was offered the role of the voice of C-3PO, but he said that the mime inside the costume had an interesting voice, so they went with Anthony Daniels.
Yeah.
There you go.
That is a great story.
The irony of the mime having the good voice.
Hannah Jean Simmons says, this was great. First time I've ever watched it and loved it. Ah, I think I comprehended it. Good for you, Hannah.
Yeah.
Well, she watched A New Hope this afternoon as well, so she was like fully.
Oh, she was ready.
She was ready. She was in it.
She also said yes to Toy Story 3. I mean, 2.
Oh.
So whose side are you on?
Oh, Jeremy. Hello, Jeremy. Welcome. Oh, you guys. What a fun time. So
Yes.
I can't believe
great
it's been
times.
40 years.
40,000
crazy.
years.
The movie is not 40 years old. I mean...
No, it doesn't feel like it.
Uh-uh.
No, it's still poignant and wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and we've grown up in a generation that... Actually, funnily enough, all the technology we see in film right now being, used for digital effects and sound design, developed by George Lucas.
Yeah.
Patented by George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Industrial Light and Magic, which...
they have so many patents. I can't remember. It's like over 100 patents.
Well,
Yeah.
when Kathleen Kennedy showed up or took over for George Lucas as president of Lucasfilm in 2012, she said the company had something close to like 200-something patents pending at the time of her arrival. For film technology, computer technology. George Lucas was working on the giant LED screens.
Oh, yeah.
Way back in like 1991, he had talked about, he had envisioned this, and he was always 10 years too early.
Yeah.
Dandy.
The man is a
We have
visionary.
George Lucas to thank for modern
Television.
digital effects.
Definitely. Yep.
And the fact that these movies still hold up, even though our eyes are trained for these, the Marvel films. And
Yeah.
anything big budget you've seen in the last 15 years. But the fact that this still holds up is a remarkable achievement.
Pretty outstanding. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly. Gosh darn it.
Yes.
Well, we're going to do this again because we have to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't think we have our next episode planned, but
we will.
it will be something, and
It'll be something.
It'll be something.
We'll get some news on kind of on the status of Star Wars Celebration. Soon. That's supposed to happen in August in Anaheim, and we're all supposed to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a feeling it might be a digital thing.
It's plausible. Very plausible.
We'll, of course.
And we'll be a digital too.
Yeah, we'll be streaming along with that.
It's going to be so fun.
There's a lot going on. We'll have a next episode for you guys pretty soon here.
It's going to be a doozy.
If you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, we are mostly a podcast.
Yeah.
So you can...
This is kind of Abby normal for us.
Yes, you can subscribe to us on Apple, Google Play,
Spotify. Pretty much anywhere you can listen to podcasts.
Anywhere we're on there.
Yeah.
So
and like and subscribe.
Yeah, we've got like a dozen episodes. So if you kind of liked what you were hearing us yammer about today, go ahead and listen to us.
And tell your other nerd friends. Come and join us.
Yes,
Join us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Dark side is fun.
Join us. Something dark side.
We'll make room inside this here Tauntaun for you.
It gets
We'll
hot.
stretch it out. We'll stretch
really
it out.
Hot. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
you
so
guys.
this is Inside the Tauntaun. I'm Alyssa Simmons.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Dino.
And may the force be with you.
Always.